Hey guys, it's me Shane. I'm a bit flabbergasted because I just finished watching Yashahime, uh, half demon princess or princess half demon, however you want to say it. We're on episode 15, the last episode. Lord, I keep forgetting this, keep forgetting what happened. But this episode here, I remember saying that we're gonna see the old crew, and we are narrated to this entire episode. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what happened. Hopefully this rundown shouldn't take that long because for being at 23 minutes, yeah, it's really clear cut stuff. Let's get right into it. So 18 years ago, uh, Rikumaru had met up with Hosenki the second. Hosenki the first was the person who gave Inuyasha his adamant barrage. This guy has this whole demon head thing. And if I remember correctly, I thought Helsinki was the giant dragon that the great dog demon couldn't kill. I'm trying to remember if that's exactly no, that was the I think that was the wind scar. That might have been the wind scar. I can't remember where Anime Barrage came from, but this is the guy's son of where you got the Anime Barrage from. This story is taking place 18 years ago. Uh, so thanks to Rikumaru giving Hosenki II not only his Rainbow Pearl, he also gave him the Rouge of Lady Zowie, Inuyasha's mother, and it took 4 years instead of 100 years for him to make the Black Pearl. This Black Pearl was to be made for Inuyasha. Rikumaru says, since you're going to give that to Inuyasha, give him this Rouge. Hosenki meets up with Inuyasha and Kagome, and he said, "Hey, could you show me the adamant barrage that my father, you know, that my father gave to you, and you can just have this." And he said, "Sure." Of course, we get a comedic moment where Kagome tells him to sit after he uses the barrage and breaks down half the house. In order to make the pearl, you need the tears of Lady Zowie because Lady Zowie's tears were turned into a jewel after the death of the great dog demon, which ended up being uh, his gravesite. It led to his gravesite now. So with these two things, Inuyasha's being Inuyasha's like, well, I don't really care because Kagome's saying well, you can go pay your respects. He's like, no, I don't care. He puts the black pearl in his eye, and Hosenki reminds him, you can only take it out in case of emergency. And Kagome says, well, you know what? I'm going to hold on to the Rouge. Uh, and to this point, just fast forward a little bit. At this point, we still have the young children of Moroku and Sango. Lady Kaede is walking with them. Ren is about to give birth. That's right. Ren is giving birth. Ren is the mother of Towa and Setsuna. So for all you out there who's like, oh, that's gross, and I told you, Sesshomaru was never raising Ren. And when the time he found Ren was like what 8, and this takes place, she's like 8 ish. This is further in the future. She is of age and she is older. So take that. I don't know who you all thought would be the mother of these two kids. I digress. I enjoy saying I'm right, but I digress. They're still cleaning up after Root Head Demon. That's actually the way that we're introduced to Hosenki because they say, oh, it's a shell demon, blah 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 blah, and I kind of went out of order, but and Kagome's also pregnant because Sango was talking with Kagome. She's like, you can barely see my baby bump, but Sango's like, be careful, and all this other stuff. Hisu is big enough to walk, I believe. No, I'm sorry, he has 3 older sisters, I believe. Regardless of that, they're going to Sango. The kids go ahead because Lady Ren's giving birth, and Kagome's just gonna try to make her way there without falling or anything. And then Rikumaru introduces himself to Kagome. Kagome's like, how do you know me? Well, you purified the jewel, you made the right wish, you did the right thing. Everyone knows who you are, in far, far places. Here's the deal. Every 500 years, this comet called the Grim Comet comes around. Back when it first came around, when lords had ruled the land and people were impoverished and had famine, which made the rise of demons come about. They were becoming more and more prominent. 2 great demons from the east and the west showed up. Great dog demon, Kirinmaru. They are the ones who kept everything in order. Well, they were also the ones who destroyed the Grim comet 500 years ago. Because the comet's not the problem, it's the fragments that come down. Here, I had to take a picture of this. I can't wait till I get better editing. This, we get, I don't know if they did this in the continuation of Inuyasha, but this is a look of Inuyasha and Sesshomaru's father. Like, straight up looks like both of his sons. And he's a little bit more tan. Long hair like Sesshomaru, but he looks like he has more of Inuyasha's features. Dude was doing some cool purple slashes when they were destroying that giant that giant comet. Just I was dumbfounded just to see what this guy looked like. He looks really cool. Kind of gives me Sparta from Devil May Cry vibes. Like you don't really see a lot of Sparta, but when you do, or when you see that there's a Sparta skin for Virgil in MVC3, you're like, oh man, this dude look cool. I digress. Kagome's like, well, if Kiramaru is slumbering, can we wake him up? Rikumaru's like, no, dude hates humans, and he hates the fact that the great dog demon had a human wife. He wants to kill half demons. He'll probably try to kill Inuyasha. Probably try to kill your baby. Probably try to kill the twins that Ren is gonna have right now. You don't really need him. Just get Sesshomaru and Inuyasha. Excuse me. That should take care of it. So just convince him, and everything will be good. The comet's gonna show up in 7 days. So he leaves, and Kagome joins the others, welcoming the twins. Kaede gives Ren praise, saying you did great. Ren names both of them Towa, Setsuna. They have that red stripe too. I don't know where that comes from, but they got that red stripe. Probably, maybe it comes from Sesshomaru's mother's, because apparently I thought he killed his mom, but he hasn't seen his mom in a long time. So, at the same time that the twins are being born, because we can hear them crying into the night, Jaka and Sesshomaru are looking over the village, and we are met with the demon Zero again, but this time in the past. So technically it's the first time. Regardless of that, she's saying, "Yeah." So you're having, we get a little bit of a editing error because she says, are you having twins, or should I say twins? I'm guessing child, or should I say twins? Uh, at this point, Jockin's just like, who are you? Don't talk to the Lord Sesshomaru this way. And Sesshomaru's like, okay, Zero. So what's the deal? Are you gonna try to kill my kids? He says it without saying it, but he says her name, remembers her name. When he attacks, it's a Shikigami, it's a puppet, and she would be very happy to see him be humiliated and for him to be killed, because apparently the great dog demon had humiliated Zero. I'm gonna guess that she's a jilted lover. That's I'll tell you why I say that in a minute. She also warns him about the comet, and we're getting vibes of Kiramaru. She's like, comet showing up, maybe you could do something about it. Blah 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 blah. Shomer shows up after the twins are born and takes them, and they're like, where you going with the kids? I'm gonna do the rite of courage and cowardice. Uh, Kagome rightfully says, "Oh, does this have anything to do with Kiramaru?" He don't say nothing. He just looks back and just leaves. Uh, Ren still calls him Sesshomaru-sama, even though that's your man. But anyway, she has faith in him. She has tears in her. She's saying, I have faith in Lord Sesshomaru. Whatever happens, I believe in him. Jockin, very tsundere, gives Kagome the location of where they're gonna go to destroy this comet. He's saying, Lord Sesshomaru could do it by himself, but just in case we might need your help with cleaning up, here's where we're gonna be. And Ren and Jockin have a touching moment. Then we go to the place where Towa and Setsuna were raised. They were placed at the foot of this tree. Jockin put up a barrier, the kind of barrier that demons cannot, when they're trying to sense and find and have demons or humans, can't see through it. So he sets up the barrier, says, I'll raise them in Ren's stead, and eventually I'm going to bring Ren up here. I think this might be the tree where Ren is sleep/imprisoned in. So at this moment, Sesshomaru is just, he goes off. And I almost forgot, on the way to take them there, he is attacked by none other than Joka. You guys remember Joka, right? the giant snake lady from the Ka tribe. She says Zero told me to get them kids. You give me them damn kids, and Sesshomaru just swipes, cuts off both her arms. Her arms had the gold and silver jewels in them. She's like, give that back. That's the pride of the Ka tribe. He's like, nah, these are Zero's tears. These are mine now. You need to get on before I actually get serious. So after he puts the kids at the foot of the tree, he gives them both the rainbow pearls. That's how they got their pearls. And Jock and Joka and Zero, they're trying to find him, but they can't find him. Zero, who has no arms at this time, which explains why she was full of malice when she saw the twins. Even though I don't know if she recognized the twins, she probably didn't. So there's a lot going on here, guys. So we are now on this boat, the boat that we've seen Kiramaru on before. Well, not just the fact that he's on there. Now Zero's on there, and she's awakened Kiramaru. He's like, "Why have you awakened me?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, well, Sesshomaru, he has two half demon kids. Yeah, the Great Dog Demon, he had half demon kids too. You remember that? He has his two sons, and well, his one son is a half demon, his one son is a full demon. By the way, did you know he's gonna have a kid too? Do you remember the Shikan Jewels prophecy? Even though it's gone, the prophecy still remains. You're gonna be felt neither by human nor demon, an entity that exists beyond time." And she's like, "It's more than likely half demons. Half demons and quarter demons, which is she called Moroha an abhorrent quarter demon because they're neither demon nor half demon, which is true and not true. I think quarter demons are the ones that are entities out of time, in my opinion. I digress. She's like, "So what are you gonna do?" And Kiramaru stands, but then in through the door comes Sesshomaru. And she's like, "Sesshomaru, you gonna help us?" He's like, "Yeah, you gonna kill Inuyasha? All right, cool. I'm gonna go with you." Goes with him, and this is where we see both of them going up the stairs to antagonize Kagome and Inuyasha. This is where Kagome gives the rouge. She cries, kisses Moroha, and Hachi-san takes Moroha away. Well, at this time, Kiyomaru's coming in to kill Inuyasha. They're getting ready. Shomaru is still faster, the fastest one there. Plucks that black pearl out of his eye and absorbs both Kagome and Inuyasha in the black pearl. And Kiyomaru's like, "So you're helping him?" And Jokin says, "Kiramaru, Sama, this what's his big move? The Zangetsu Meadow can be used later on, and we need that later on." And he's like, "Sure, whatever." So they go off. Rikumaru is actually hiding right behind there. Thing I did skip on though was Sesshomaru and Inuyasha did end up meeting up together at Sesshomaru's mother's place, which I guess no one's been there in a while. And this comet looks really, really cool. We get one of the best animated parts I've seen in this series. We do get some of that when the girls fought the boar demon, the one else from the Four Perils. But this is really good animation too, where Sesshomaru jumps in the air with his sword, the Baku Saiga, cuts this thing straight in half, and a black mass that looks like an Orochi demon with 8 dragon heads comes out. And he's like, "I'll leave the rest to you." And Yasha uses the Meadow Zangetsu, makes this giant galaxy hole, sucks it through, thing is gone. We get a nice little moment where Kagome praises Inuyasha because, of course, Jokin's like, "Hey, we need your help." That quick moment was nice to see, but it wasn't as important as the rest of what I'm telling you. So we find out someone on a Facebook group had said this, and she is very much correct. Moroha was sent to Koga's wolf tribe. She was literally raised by wolves, which is interesting because she has elements of both Koga and Inuyasha and her mother. And when I say Koga, she has that, that wildness, that, let's just do it kind of thing to her, but so did her dad. it's crazy that probably the only other person that cared for Kagome outside of Inuyasha was Koga. So I'm happy. I'm happy that person was right. If you're watching the video, good job to you. Um, and at this point, we're caught up to Zero finds the twins through dream spell magic. Remember that later on. Dream spell magic, because they can't see the barrier, but with the dream spell magic, she sees them while they're sleeping. Cool. She tells that Homaru guy, that was the last episode. Homaru, a guy who was important, but not important enough to tell us what was going on, and then he killed himself. The episode that I did not like. Took it out of my mind. Anyway, he's there. She's like, yeah, is it okay for us to burn this all, Lord Sesshomaru? He just walks away. He just walks away, not batting an eyelash, not saying anything. Of course, we see the girls get separated. It is Towa's pearl that is in her left eye. That's the reason why she got sucked through time. And now we're back where we are now. Apparently, Rikumaru, he was the one that was narrating this to us because he's saying, this is as much as I can tell you, but I can't tell you the whole thing. But don't worry. Just keep paying attention. And yeah, that is it. Actually, I didn't even need a lot of these notes. I should remember that pretty well. Next time, we are going to see one of Moroha's wolf mentor, the one that I guess the one that maybe taught her how to fight. Apparently, she might have sold her. She might have sold her off to, if not Jubei, maybe she sold her off to Kanton of the Four Perils. He's gonna show up in this. So, yeah, what an episode! Off the bat, I'm just gonna let you know, I gotta give this a 5 out of 5. It has nothing to do with the older guy showing up, even though I believe I gave the episode with Moroku either 4.5 or a 5 out of 5. It has to do with the fact that we're finally given plot. And I don't know if somewhere down the road they said, man, we didn't have anybody go in and say what actually happened. Maybe we should have this episode where we have this guy who's for some reason around tell us what happened and we just watch the rest of the story. I find it annoying that if Kaede knows who their parents are, and maybe she's like, well, maybe they lost their memories because Dream Butterfly, right? I'm going to assume that maybe Jocken sent the Dream Butterfly to Setsuna so she wouldn't be tracked anymore, because if Zero was able, Sesshomaru told Jocken to do the Dream Butterfly, because if she was able to find them with dream magic, if you can't sleep anymore, you can't find us. It makes a lot of sense. Just, I'm annoyed with the fact that Kaede knows what's going on but doesn't say anything. Maybe there's some type of pact. Maybe they were asked to not mention anything. Maybe they didn't even know that Moroha was even taken away, which I find weird. Maybe Hachi died, and he's Takachiyo's dad, and he died before he could even tell them. I kind of find it hard to believe they would kill off everybody. I really halfway wish that this series was just, they all failed, something happened, let's watch them pull themselves back up so they can get back to their kids. And maybe that could have been a movie. But at the same time, I could see that being like a 15 episode series if they did that. But I appreciate them linking Inuyasha to Yashahime. Still gonna assume that Yashahime is maybe them three girls as a collective, or maybe it's Towa. I still wish the show was mostly about Moroha, but at least I get my Moroha episode next week. 5 out of 5 for this. 5 out of 5 for the one with Moroku too, because it showed a lot of character between him and his son. Excuse me. And the Kai Tribe episode kind of missed me a bit. It was pretty decent. Yeah, I gotta give this. I don't know if this is the first 5 out of 5 I've given this series. I don't think it has been, but this was decent. I'm actually really excited. Just if for anything, and this is biased, if for anything, this gets a 5 out of 5 because I can see what the Great Dog Demon looks like in this episode. He looks pretty cool. I do wish he had a name instead of us just keep calling him Great Dog Demon. What is his name? Is his name Jeff? Tell us. But yeah, I can see the story coming together. I'm hoping that this tree entity that is holding Ren and is taking the appearance of what is the one? The lady that's Kikyo. There we go. That's taking the appearance of Kikyo and is holding Ren. I'm hoping she tells the girls like, hey, this is your mom. Your dad's playing the long con because Sesshomaru's smart. Sesshomaru knew that Zero was going to awaken Kirinmaru, so he struck first and he laid everything down in order. And Rikumaru, for whatever reason, I'm going to assume that Rikumaru hates Kiramaru. Kiramaru is probably a relative of his. Kiramaru probably killed his mom, or maybe he left his mom for a human. Who knows? I'm getting really tired of everyone talking about, man, Sesshomaru fell with a human. He's going to fall in the ruin. No. Just no. Dude is still strong. It's now that he has more to kill for, he'll probably kill you faster. So, tell me what you guys think of this episode. I liked it. I actually enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next week's episode as a guy who loves Moroha. So, I really hope that that episode comes through for me. I'm so happy to get more backstory. Please do more episodes like this. It doesn't even have to just be the old guys. Do some more good story building with these girls. Let Towa find the damn dream butterfly, please. Don't have that thread just hanging over us. Even if they got to meet Jockin, and it's like, oh yeah, his dream butterfly. By the way, Jockin, because that's what he said to make the barrier. Jockin. There you go. Your memories are back. Oh snap, mommy, daddy. Oh, please do more like that. So, tell me what you guys think. Please remember to comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified of more videos like this. We do this every Saturday. Come on. Share these videos with your friends. Show them how much of a great time we're having and how informative these videos are. Not just because I give you my opinion. I give you the whys behind the opinion. And I just tell you some of the things that you may or may not have missed. As always, guys, please be good, be blessed. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Black Lives Matter. Take care of yourself. And I will definitely see you next time. I actually really want to see Sesshomaru kill Kiramaru. Just one good stab through the head. That dude seems like a jerk.